a fun one. Oh yeah. Let's just get it underway, man. Let's just get it underway. Run it back, nation. What is good? Sixers sickos. What is good? Yes, the Sixers start the season with a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. 124-109. Yes, that happened. Yes. We're going to talk about all of it. Tyrese Maxey tried to lead the charge. The Sixers had some positives to take away from it. And it just wasn't enough at the end of the day to deal with the size and shooting of the Milwaukee Bucks. It just wasn't enough to deal with the size and the shooting. And, the story of the game for me, man, before I really get into it and start chopping it up, the story of the game for me was Tyrese Maxey didn't shoot the ball well, and the Milwaukee Bucks shot the lights out. I'm hearing something in my headphones. I left my TV on downstairs. Son of a bitch, it's going to drive me nuts. Hold on 1 second. We'll get the show underway. The Milwaukee Bucks, the story for me was that they started the game shooting hot. They shot 55% from three in the first half. And the 76ers, count it, write this down, shot 17% from three in the first half. The Milwaukee Bucks shot 49.5%, or 45.5, I'm sorry. This is off the top of my head. I checked it live during the game. I don't have that in front of me. The Milwaukee Bucks shot 45.5% from three in the first half. The 76ers shot 17% from three in the first half. And for me, that was really the story of the game. We played pretty good defense on Giannis in the first half, making him get rid of the ball. And every single time he got rid of the ball, they hit the shot. Every single time, KJ Martin started the game playing pretty good D on Giannis. A couple of times he locked him up. Giannis got rid of the ball. A Connaughton three at the freaking shot clock buzzer, The first half, I feel like we were at least keeping their stars in check, and their role players were stepping up, and they were absolutely destroying us. Connaughton and damn, what's his name, man? Connaughton and I forgot the guy was even in the league, dude. Hold on, full box. Let me get the full box score up here, and I'll tell you who the hell it was. Taurean Prince, man. Pat Connaughton and Taurean Prince were the guys that smoked us, when we were doing our best to keep Giannis Antetokounmpo in check in the first half and Damian Lillard in check in the first half. We were getting destroyed by those two guys. Of course, Brook Lopez did his thing in the paint. We were having trouble scoring over Brook Lopez. I'll get into all the Tyrese Maxey stuff that I want to talk about. But he attacked Brook Lopez a couple of times. Thought he got fouled. They didn't call it. But basically, my synopsis of this game is that I don't think officiating controlled the outcome. I think what controlled the outcome was Tyrese Maxey tried to lead the charge, didn't have a good shooting night, was 10 for 30. I don't hate it. Everybody has a bad shooting night. This is a guy that went off for a couple of 50-point games last season. This is a guy that averaged 30 points per game against the New York Knicks in the playoffs. So anybody that's coming in the chat or talking on the internet right now that Tyrese Maxey's not that guy and he's overrated and all this garbage because he had one bad shooting night, I could pull up 25 of these games that Damian Lillard's had over the course of his career. Every player has a bad shooting night. Don't be stupid. Pump your brakes. Tyrese Maxey tried to put the team on his back, had a bad shooting night, and I think he was attacking the rim. I think he was being aggressive like he should have been. I love the fact that he got up 30 shots. But, he wasn't getting the calls in the paint. I'm going to get into my thoughts on that. But, it was just one of those nights where the ball just wasn't going in the hoop. His floater was short. He was missing layups left and right. So, if Tyrese Maxey goes 15 for 30, we're talking a different ball game. You know what I mean? If he goes 15 for 30, the Bucks still probably win. They won 124 to 109. They were really, they were up by 22 and they really let their foot off the gas in the fourth quarter. We cut it to 12 a couple times. So I don't really think the Sixers were going to win, even if Tyrese Maxey shot 15 for 30. But if he shot 15 for 30, you guys wouldn't be talking about his bad shooting. He shot 10 for 30. It is what it is. I do have an annoyance, and it's something that I want to get off my chest. Again, I'm sure I've said this a million times talking about the Sixers. What does Tyrese Maxey have to do to get the calls that other stars get? What does he have to do? Tyrese Maxey is driving into the lane, hard, aggressive, getting body contact, landing on the floor, no call, no call, no call, no call, no call. And the thing is, some of these replays where it looks like the defender's straight up and down, that's fine. My problem with it is that on the other end, Giannis and Dame are going to the free throw line with those same type of plays. I'm not asking for the NBA to call every foul. I'm not asking for the NBA to start calling every close call a foul. I'm saying if you're not going to call it for one guy, why is it called for the other? And also, yeah, it's Damian Lillard, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. They get superstar treatment, right? I understand it's a business. I understand it's an entertainment business, and I understand giving star players star calls makes for better games, makes for better highlights, and makes the company more money. I can accept that. I want to know why Tyrese Maxey is not one of those players. What is it about Tyrese Maxey that referees just see him drive into the paint, get hit and land on the floor, and they just don't call the foul? What is it about Tyrese Maxey? Because Damian Lillard, 2 dribbles to his left, little brush on the shoulder, just kind of throws the ball in the air, foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the guy throws elbows like Ludacris in a music video. He hooks the defender with his elbow so clearly all the time. You can see it from the rafters, bro. You can see it from the TV broadcast. You can see it from down the street. And they never call it. There's even a play in the fourth quarter where it was a blatantly obvious hook with the elbow. Nick Nurse is yelling at the ref. Kelly Oubre is yelling at the ref. Kelly Oubre was doing the elbow dance out here. Kelly Oubre was standing in front of the official, doing an elbow dance like this, making fun of the fact that Giannis Antetokounmpo is throwing elbows every play, and they just won't call it. I just don't understand. I don't think officiating is the reason the Sixers lost this game. I think the Sixers role players outside of Tyrese Maxey couldn't get a bucket, and the Milwaukee Bucks role players outside of Dame and Giannis made a three-pointer every single time we played good defense and forced the ball out of their hands. Taurean Prince caught the ball in the corner and couldn't miss. Pat Connaughton caught the ball in the corner and couldn't miss. Meanwhile, Tyrese Maxey's doing everything he can, getting double-teamed, getting rid of the ball, and we're shooting 17% from 3 in the first half. That's the whole story of the game. And then the third quarter, Damian Lillard decides to go off. Yabusele gets caught, behind these screens a lot. Yabusele obviously just came back to the NBA. Is going to take some time to get used to the defense that needs to be played. You can't be hanging out under screens on Damian Lillard, especially when he's hot. I feel like 5 different times in a row in the third quarter, Damian Lillard just called a simple ball screen and shot a 3, splash, simple ball screen, shot a 3, splash, simple ball screen, shot, and it just kept happening. He couldn't miss, in that third quarter, and then Giannis in the fourth just playing football, driving downhill, plowing into people, getting getting foul calls, getting to the free throw line. But realistically, the Bucks were just too much for the Sixers, with Maxey trying to do everything and not having a good shooting night, and then the rest of the guys shooting the way that they shot. I mean, what could we really expect? You know what I mean? Like the 3-point shooting, Andre Drummond shot a 3. That's funny. He missed everything. He did hit one in the preseason, but not so much luck tonight. Tyrese Maxey was 2 for 9 from 3. Eric Gordon was 0 for 2 from 3. Kelly Oubre was 1 for 6 from 3. Yabusele was 1 for 4 from 3. Caleb Martin only put up 1 3-point attempt, and he was 0 for 1. I'm not sure why Caleb Martin only shot 1 3 in a game where the Bucks are splashing threes left and right. I saw Caleb Martin pass up a couple of open ones after missing one, and now we're getting this I don't want to shoot the ball. I'm getting PJ Tucker vibes, pump, fake, and drive, pump, fake, and drive. You're driving against 3 7-footers. Shoot the damn 3, So that kind of stood out to me, although I loved the energy and aggression from Caleb Martin, Kelly Oubre, KJ Martin, at least in the first half. Yabusele also keeping plays alive, fighting for offensive rebounds. Andre Drummond also. But the Bucks kind of countered. Dare I say Doc Rivers countered. The first quarter, the way we started out, we were all over the glass. Andre Drummond had 5 rebounds in 6 minutes. He only finished the game with 13. And I know I'm saying he only finished the game with 13, but clearly the Bucks did something to adjust and get Andre Drummond back off of the glass. We were flying around. We were getting on all the loose balls. I thought it was a breath of fresh air to see a team full of athletes, do all of the nitty gritty type of things. The Sixers were gritty. They didn't quit. They didn't give up. But at the end of the day, they didn't have enough star power to compete with the Bucks. That's just what it was. Damian Lillard went off. Giannis did what Giannis does. Bobby Portis had segments of the game where he was cooking us and getting Caleb Martin under the rim, and he's too small to guard him. And then their role players, Pat Connaughton and Taurean Prince and some others just made us pay when we made the Bucks get rid of the ball. So the story for me is the Sixers couldn't buy a bucket, really, especially from 3. The Bucks were shooting the lights out from 3, and that's going to be the story of the game in any real NBA game. And Tyrese Maxey struggled to shoot the ball. I like the fact that he put up 31 field goal attempts, but without Paul George and Joel Embiid, Tyrese had to drop 40 for the Sixers to have a chance in this game. 25 on not good shooting splits. It really is what it is. I know a lot of people think that maybe Jared McCain should have been in the game earlier. I didn't hate the fact that Nurse waited till 3 minutes left to put Jared McCain in the game. I do think, I was like, we need some kind of creation. You know what I mean? Kyle Lowry had a couple of big threes. Kyle Lowry is actually the only one on the team that shot good from 3. He was 3 for 5, 4 for 7 from the field, 6 assists for Kyle Lowry. He had 13 points. He had 4 rebounds. Lowry even had a couple of flops where he kind of duped the officials into calling a foul. So he was doing some Kyle Lowry type of stuff out there. But, the Sixers just didn't have enough. There's an interesting conversation, I think, that everybody's having. That is, Tyrese Maxey's not a point guard or not a facilitating point guard or can't run an offense. And I agree. I'm not saying he can't run an offense, but Tyrese Maxey is so good at the 2 spot. I was saying this after last season. I was saying this all off season. I thought Kyle Lowry was going to be the starting point guard again. Maybe Kyle Lowry's too old for that, But if you saw how good Tyrese Maxey was alongside Kyle Lowry last season, you probably should have tried to go get a veteran, more facilitating point guard to play alongside him. I think expecting Tyrese Maxey to run the offense, be a facilitator, and drop 50 points is just too much to ask of a guy. He can do it too. Don't forget, he had almost a 40-point triple-double against the Miami Heat in the play-in game. But it's just a lot to ask, and he didn't shoot the ball well. And maybe there is a conversation that needs to be had about running Kyle Lowry alongside Tyrese Maxey, especially in these games where he doesn't have Paul George and he doesn't have Joel Embiid. You got to free up Tyrese. You got to get him into situations running downhill, coming off of screens. And really, when you're pointing to like Kelly Oubre and Caleb Martin to be your second shot creator, we'll see what they look like against the Toronto Raptors on Friday. That'll probably give us more of an idea of how many games a team like this can win without Joel Embiid and Paul George. But if Tyrese at least had Paul George out there, we stand a way better chance of winning these games. He needs another shot creator on the floor. I mean, it is what it is. We'll see if the Sixers fucking are ramped up. We'll see if everybody's ramped up, and see how long it takes for him to be ramped up. I'm going to take a couple of phone calls. Thank you guys for hanging out. We got some callers on the line. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to take a couple of phone calls here. And we'll keep the show going. But I want to let you know this is brought to you by Game Time Ticket App. Game Time Ticket App is the best damn app for buying tickets in the world. Game Time takes all the guesswork out of buying sports tickets for you. You go on the Game Time Ticket app, you type in the team you want. They show you the game, they show you the best deals, they show you the cheapest ticket in the house, they show you the flash deals. If you want the cheapest ticket, they got you. You want the absolute best deal, they got you there. They do all the work for you. So go to gametime.co or download the Game Time Ticket app and use the promo code CLNS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Thank you to Game Time for sponsoring the channel. This is also sponsored by DraftKings. Get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 on DraftKings Sportsbook app using promo code RUNITBACK. We got 3 callers on the line, and if you guys who used to call in on the Discord want to call in on the Discord, you can hit me up on the Discord also, man. We're going to get to these callers, man. We're probably going to try to keep you guys to around 2 to 5 minutes on the calls, all right? So try not to be out here rambling and shit, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding, man. Say whatever you want, bro. Mr. Hoover's on the line, man. Let's see what Mr. Hoover has to say for us, man. Mr. Hoover.
What's up, DJ?
Mr. Hoover, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. Just watching the game and a couple of takeaways. I really think we would have won this game if we had Joel Embiid and Paul George healthy. I really do think we had a legitimate chance to win this game for sure.
Oh, bro, easy money, bro. Are you kidding me right now? Of course we win this game with Joel Embiid and Paul George.
I'm saying facts. I mean, you look at the score. You look at the bench points. I think we had like 46 bench points overall. This team is loaded. It is loaded with star talent. And we had our bench players out there today. Let's be honest. We're not going to win the game when Andre Drummond, no disrespect to him, he good, but he backup. We had a lot of our backups out there. We just missed our star power tonight.
Dude, I don't even again. And this is what you're saying is more of a knock on the Bucks than the Sixers, right? You're saying like if you guys beat the Sixers without Joel and Paul George, but us healthy would have won this game and are a better team than the Milwaukee Bucks. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. I mean, you had multiple guys who are bench guys pulling up 10 points. I'll give Ubicelli some credit, 10 points. But you gotta be more defensive minded. But at the same time, you can't ask the guy just to lock down Giannis or Brook Lopez on his first NBA regular season game in a minute.
Yeah.
Take some time.
Yeah, Yabusele's going to take him some time, definitely, to figure that out. Look, I think the Sixers could have won this game with Paul George. I don't even think they needed Joel Embiid to win this game. I think if Tyrese Maxey just had another high-level shot creator like that next to him, it would have been enough. But they don't have either of them, and I guess we'll have to see when they get them back. We're ramping up. They're ramping up, dude.
Let me ask you a quick question. Why was Joel Embiid out?
Nobody knows, man. That's why they're getting investigated by the NBA. Nobody knows. They're saying he's progressing in his ramp-up program, and that's it. That's all they say. That's why the NBA is investigating, because the NBA is like. And here's the thing too. Thank you for bringing that up, because I was going through Twitter today, and I can't see how Sixers fans are mad about this. Report comes out that the NBA is going to investigate the 76ers for Joel Embiid not playing opening night. Everyone's like, oh, they hate the Sixers. They hate the Sixers. No, the NBA has said before, we're cracking down on load management. You can't put a player out who's healthy. And the Sixers are like, Joel Embiid's out. And they're like, what, he's hurt? They're like, no, he's healthy. He's just ramping up to play. And they're like, well, the season starts now. So what do you mean you're ramping up to play? You're supposed to play now. You don't ramp up to play when the season already started. So the NBA is going to fine him because he's not hurt. At least that's what they're saying. Or he is hurt and they're lying. I don't know, but it's just Sixers being Sixers. There's my rant on that.
100%. I looked at Joel at the end of the game, and man, the look in his face, he was like, man, he was hungry. He wanted to play. Now, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Yeah. Hey, let's not lose any more draft picks. Let's not have any more nonsense. Let's just go out there and play some basketball.
The NBA is gonna punish them somehow, man. What else you got for me, man? Yeah. You got what else you got?
I agree with you though. I think we definitely need it's lacking. We do need a facilitator, a backup facilitator. I agree. Tyrese Maxey is a 2-guard. Now, whether you can have Kyle Lowry do it or Jared McCain, the point guard spot is an issue. I won't lie. Because you look at it, Tyrese Maxey is a number 2. He's like an younger Allen Iverson. They moved him over to the 2-guard, put Eric Snow at the 1, and it worked. That's what we're missing right now.
They did it immediately.
I believe our power forward spot is good. I mean, you give Yabusele some more chances. Adam Bona was at the end of the game. Give him some chances. I think the main thing we're going to need going forward is a legitimate backup point guard, like who can pass the ball, who is like a white chocolate.
I agree with that, Mr. Hoover. I agree with that. Hey, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. As always, good to hear from you, man. And we'll be doing this all season, my man.
Will do. Talk to you later.
All right, man. I'm going to get to the other people waiting on the phone lines. And, yeah, I agree. The 76ers, yeah, I agree. I like that he brought up Allen Iverson, because Allen Iverson got drafted as a point guard. And as soon as Larry Brown saw Allen Iverson score, he said, hell no, he's not a point guard. He's a bucket. That's what he is. And I need a facilitator. And they brought in Eric Snow. They started bringing Iverson Maxey. They started bringing Iverson off of ball screens left and right all over the floor, and that's what they need to do with Tyrese Maxey. And I don't know what the answer is now, because you got, I guess Lowry's the answer again. He's 40 years old, bro. It's crazy. I don't know. We got a 302 number, man. 302 in the house. I don't have a name for you yet, but thanks for hanging out. Thanks for waiting. You're on the show.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, man? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Dan from West Philly, man. How's it going?
Dan from West Philly. What's going on, Dan? Thanks for calling. What you got?
Hey, man, I'm not mad about tonight, but I like what we got so far.
Yeah.
I like the simple fact that our team was in a dogfight for the most first half for the most part, to getting to the end of that second. But I like Yabusele. It's gonna take him a little while to get acclimated into the game, but I like what he brings to the team. Caleb Martin, love Caleb Martin. Absolute bucket. Honestly, I like him coming off the bench, because if he came off the bench, he's going to give a lot of players hell, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I got a quick question for you.
What's up?
Mid-season trade. How do you feel about? Because I agree with you with Maxey not being a 1, being a 2.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Marcus Smart?
I mean, he might become available, right? Where's he at? Memphis?
Yeah,
I thought they were going to trade Marcus Smart last year when Ja Morant went down, but I mean, yeah, Marcus Smart's a guy that everyone would love in Philly. You know, he's one of those guys that you hate when he's on another team, and you would love to have him on your team. He's a scrappy, physical player. Yeah, I would. He's killed the Sixers in the playoffs a couple of times. If the Sixers could pull off a trade for Marcus Smart, absolutely, bring it on, man. A hard-nosed player, kind of like a Kyle Lowry but younger. You know. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
So would you let go of Oubre and Martin, KJ Martin for Smart?
Oh, that's a good question, man. Would I let go of Kelly Oubre and KJ Martin for Marcus Smart? I mean KJ Martin, yeah, because he's on that balloon contract to match salaries. Yeah, you know what? You put me on the spot, but I like the question. You put me on the spot, but I'm going to answer it, and I'm going to say yes because you know, and we love Kelly Oubre, so Sixers fans don't want to say yes to that. But the Caleb Martin Kelly Oubre thing, you know, it's two of the similar style players, and you need a point guard. You got to give up one of those guys. I'm probably giving up Kelly Oubre just because he's just not a great shooter at the end of the day. I love him and I love his aggression, but yeah, I would probably do that. Yeah. All right, Dan.
And also one other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrese Maxey is not getting those fouls because of that goddamn Scott Foster.
What did he do to Scott Foster?
Scott Foster is that. You know what Scott Foster is. You know. He run Vegas almost, man. You know what it is.
He's in Vegas.
So, you know, Scott Foster runs Vegas, man. That ref, man. You know, Scott play dirty, man. You're a dirty ref. You know how it is.
Why would that mean that he gives calls to the Bucks and not the Sixers?
Because he probably got bets on goddamn Milwaukee.
Hey, you might be right, man. You might be right. Hey, thanks for the call, brother. Call back anytime.
Take it easy.
All right, man. Dan from West Philly. Shout out to West Philly. I don't know if I'm going to say Maxey doesn't get the calls because of Scott Foster has money on the Bucks, but I need to know what it is. You know, somebody brought up a good point not too long ago that Tyrese Maxey's speed is the reason he doesn't get the calls because he doesn't really slow down when he creates contact. So I think in fast motion, now this might be true. I think in fast motion, you know, officials just kind of see him flying into defenders, and it might just be too quick, you know, for officials to really react to it. I think his speed makes them assume he's out of control, you know, when really he's getting fouled, and players like Damian Lillard really slow down and absorb contact and throw themselves around and shit. But Maxey has to learn how to flop, dude. Again, the NBA refs are so used to flops that now, if you don't flop, they don't think you got fouled. So you got to flop. Sucks, but it's true. 385 in the building. 385. Is that a 313 number? Is that Detroit? What's going on, man? You're on the show.
Oh, hello?
How's it going, man? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yo, man, I'm calling from Utah, bro.
Utah. What's up, man?
Hey, man, first of all, I want to say we are not trading Kelly Oubre for no goddamn Marcus Smart. What the fuck was that?
You're very against that?
Kelly Oubre I don't know if you guys, like, I was watching him the whole time. He kept, like, driving in and doing the stuff that we need him to do, like a random-ass bucket.
I agree.
There's no reason for us to build great perimeter defense to take out one of the key pieces for a guy that's only going to be guarding point guards.
Yeah, but I think we were just looking at it from the other end. Like you need an offensive point guard facilitator type that you can run next to Tyrese Maxey. And I'm not saying Marcus Smart's better than. I mean, I don't know. Like I love Kelly Oubre, but he's not the most talented basketball player in the world. I think he's replaceable. But that's just me.
I don't want him gone at all. Especially if I'm going to trade him, I want him for like somebody like a power forward. I'm not gonna trade him for like a small guard.
Heard.
He's gonna downsize us.
Heard on that. Respect your opinion. What else you got, man? What's up?
I want to say like the Bucks are nowhere near us. I was watching this game. I was like, oh my god, if we at least had PG, they would have got smashed. And imagine Joel Embiid on that court or fucking depth. It's the greatest team of all time, bro.
I agree with that.
Warrior shit. We have the greatest team of all time.
We got the greatest team of all time.
I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm just so excited to finally have Tobias Harris off our team. Oh my lord, it just felt.
All right, but you sound pretty, like positive. But like, aren't you a little like Joel Embiid's not even playing right now? You know what I mean? And like, how do you feel about that?
I really don't think Joel Embiid is injured. They're just trying to hide it or something. They're trying to get away from the load management and not get fined. But even if they get fined, they don't care. I feel like
I don't think they care either.
Just a facade.
But for what though? What is what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because if he was just a little bit out of shape right now, and wasn't, if say he's not hurt, they just feel like he's not in game shape. Why wouldn't they be playing him to get him in shape? Why? What is he doing to get in shape besides playing basketball to get in shape? I don't understand that.
So for me, it is. I really don't give a fuck about no game 1. I want to see him in at least game 82 with no limp or anything. Even today, even if he was injured, we always know Joel has that one little limp when he's injured. He was walking fine today. It looked like he was in good spirits. I just feel like it's just he just wants to get some time off.
All right, brother.
He played the Olympics this year. And
yep.
if he played Olympics this year and went straight to training camp and then came over here, he would have been at risk for injury. So they're trying to slow him down and be like, yo, he's gonna be extended.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, they need to bring him back soon because I don't, I don't want to start. I don't want to start the season 0-5 or something.
He'll be playing.
You guarantee Joel's playing next week?
Next Wednesday, I'm gonna call back. Like I told you, bro.
All right, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate the call, bro. Thanks for calling the show. What's your first name again?
Ahmed, bro. I'm always in the chat, my brother. I love your fucking show, bro.
Ahmed, all right, man. Hey,
2020.
Thank you so much, Ahmed, man, and thank you for calling the show. Call back anytime, bro.
Yeah, bye. Damn, man.
Ahmed on the line, giving us some positivity, looking at the Joel Embiid situation. Am I the only one that really, cares that much, or what? We got May waiting on the Discord line. I'm gonna get to you in just a second. I just can't. I don't understand. I understand you want him healthy for the playoffs. That's fine, but if he's not injured, why is he not playing? Let me put it this way: if opening night was a back-to-back, and you said, okay, he's not playing game 2 of the back-to-back, that's load management. I would understand that. Not playing game 1 of the season healthy is not load management. It doesn't make any sense. You're not like, oh, we're going to load manage him so he's not going to play game 1. Why? It doesn't make any sense. That's not what load management is. I'm afraid that he's still hurt. So shout out to Ahmed for at least trying to talk me off the ledge there. May on the Discord line. May, what's going on?
Sports are for gay faggots. Fucking nigger.
Trying to get me canceled off of YouTube. Nice try, May. How do we get a troll into Discord, man? We got Jessica on the phone line. Jessica, what's going on?
What's going on? 1 second.
Not playing game 1.
How you doing?
Jessica, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Sixer Sicko.
Oh, what's up? Is this
channel?
Is this what? What'd you say?
I said Sixer Sicko.
Yeah, man, that's me.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I love your channel. I've been
Thanks.
watching for a while. Philly native here. I just came into your stream. What were your thoughts about the game?
Oh, you just came in my stream now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna need you to, you know what I mean. I'm gonna need you to just rewatch the show because I'm tired and I have a lot of thoughts on the game. I have a lot of thoughts on the game. What are your thoughts? You call. No. You call the show. You tell me your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts on the game.
Okay. No, I mean, honestly, I didn't expect him to win the game today. Wasn't too happy with the officiating as a fellow college official. Wasn't too happy with it. But it is what it is. Can't let the refs decide the game, even though they were horrible tonight. Pretty impressed with Yabusele. Got a weird jump shot. Pretty impressed with him, though. As every Sixer fan, I'm a little nervous about Joel Embiid because, kind of like you said, if he's not hurt, why isn't he playing? So I definitely think there's something more to that.
Yeah, I don't
which
get it.
kind of makes me a little bit nervous. But no, I'm real pumped up about the season. I hope him, Paul George, and Maxey get some running. I don't want it to look like the Brooklyn Nets. When their three players really couldn't get on the floor at the same time. So.
Yeah, I don't want it to look like that either, man. And it's not like how do you feel about these people that are like Tyrese Maxey can't get it done by himself or whatever? And I'm always like, nobody can get it done by themselves. You know what I mean? How good would the Bucks be if it was just Damian Lillard out there with nobody? How good were the Milwaukee? How good was Portland with Damian Lillard all those years dropping 35 points per game? They couldn't even make the playoffs. So but he had them deep in the playoffs one year. But Tyrese Maxey's gonna need some help, dude. He's 23 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, anytime he faces adversity, he always come back stronger. He doesn't get down on himself. I totally agree with you. He can't do it by himself. I think teams are going to throw their best defenders at him. I think Gary Trent, outside of the foul, some of them that weren't called, he played really good defense on them. Tyrese Maxey was just off.
I agree with that.
But I mean, he still kept shooting the ball. He had 25, 24 points.
Yeah, he had 25.
He still kept plugging. So. Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. He just happened to have an off night, and we just happened to be without Paul George and Joel Embiid. But, yeah, I don't know. Maxey, that's my dog. He's probably one of my favorite players. It's not my favorite player to watch on the Sixers, so.
He'll have a better shooting night pretty soon, man. He'll have a better shooting night pretty soon, man. Hey, you got anything else for me, bro?
That's it. Appreciate the call in. Yeah,
man. Call in anytime, brother. All right, or said Jessica, but I'm not going to assume gender or anything like that. All right, man, we got Feezy on the Discord, and then we got a caller from the Bronx, New York. I'm going to get to both of you guys, man. I'm going to get to both of you. Let's go with Feezy on the Discord, man. Feezy! Yo, Feezy in the Discord.
Yo.
What's going on, man?
All good, man. All good. How about you?
Doing fantastic. I mean, other than the Sixers right now, but I'm doing fantastic for real. Actually, like in my life, I'm doing great, and then it bothers me actually how much the 76ers affect my mood because then I'm like pissed off and I'm like, why am I so mad about a stupid basketball team? But anyway, what you got?
Yeah, I know, man. I just want to say Kelly Oubre and Caleb Martin, I know they didn't have their best game, but they're going to look so good when Joel Embiid and Paul George finally get back on the court. And they can do what they do best. And they can, play their scrappy defense and, catch and shoot, from the three-point line. And, they were forced to create. They were forced to be the second and third option with Embiid and Paul George out. And then that's where, their flaws got exposed.
Yeah.
But when Paul George and Joel Embiid come back, that's when I think they're really going to shine.
No, you're absolutely right, and you see that when Maxey's getting double teamed and Caleb Martin's trying to be the creator, and you're like, do we really we love guys like that, but do we stand a chance when Caleb Martin's your number two? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I thought Yabusele was great. I was so happy when we picked them up. I can't wait when we play the Lakers. He's gonna dunk on Bronny. He's gonna dunk on LeBron. Gonna posterize AD, bro. He's out for everyone.
He's gonna dunk on Bronny. How crazy would that be if he dunked on LeBron in the Olympics and then dunked on his son in the fourth quarter of a blowout in the NBA?
That would be crazy. I don't even think the NBA would post that highlight. I think they just try to erase it from memories.
They would delete the whole game it wouldn't even be on League Pass, dude.
Yeah, and I wanna go back to that guy who that said. Called in about Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Do you think that we would have won this game if we had Marcus Smart starting instead of Aaron Gordon? Or what's his name? Sorry. Is that his name?
Yeah, I think Eric Gordon.
Gordon?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
my bad.
Eric Gordon was starting. No, that's a good call, bro. Probably not. I just think that we were talking about having a point guard run alongside Tyrese Maxey, and I was looking at Caleb Martin and Kelly Oubre being kind of the same style player. And if you're going to trade one of them for point guard help, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. But no, I don't think if Marcus Smart started this game instead of Eric Gordon, that the Sixers win the game. We don't have enough star power against a team like that.
Okay, I can kind of see it. Instead of trading Kelly Oubre, I trade our picks because we're in win now mode. I don't know why we're hoarding our picks.
Daryl is hoarding
I
picks.
feel
You're
like we
right.
should just trade them.
He is
If you,
hoarding
if you
picks.
really think Marcus Smart or if like someone else, if you really think they're the missing piece, then you should absolutely throw your picks at them.
Yeah.
Or to try.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's one thing with however we start this season is going to determine how aggressive Daryl Morey is at the trade deadline.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And you think Embiid will play next week?
I don't know, man. I don't put my eggs in the positive side of the basket when it comes to the 76ers organization. They have done me wrong too many times. They've strung me along too many times, all the way back to like when Ben Simmons broke his foot and we thought he was going to play in January, his rookie year. And then they were like, oh, he was supposed to come back in January, but now he's out for the rest of the season. Actually, he's not playing until next year. They did that to me so many times. I can't trust this organization. I don't even know why Joel Embiid's not playing right now. They're saying he's not hurt, but he's just not playing because he's ramping up. I don't know. I don't trust it. I got a weird feeling about it. But yeah, I would be ecstatic if Joel Embiid played sooner than later. I'm pissed off that he's not playing because Kyle Neubeck just a couple days ago said Joel Embiid looks great in practice. He's jumping. He's bouncy. He looks like he's energetic. He's shooting jumpers. And then he didn't play. So it doesn't really make much sense. And I would love for him to play next week, but I don't know. The organization just gives me the ick, man. I don't trust them, you know?
Yeah, but when we do get him back, I think this team's going to be very hard to stop. Anyway, I got to go ramp up for school tomorrow.
Absolutely, Feezy. Thank you for calling the show, my man. I'll talk to you soon. Feezy in the Discord. Shout out to Feezy in the Discord. We got a caller from the Bronx, New York, on the phone line. Nigger. Jesus Christ, man. Can you just do anything without trolls trying to ruin it, bro? Like, you guys are, it's tough, man. I'm at the point now where I'm running a legitimate business. I have sponsors paying me legitimate money, and I'm doing a show, and I have random 12-year-olds calling into the show just to say stupid things that what can you do? What can you do? There will always be trolls. There will always be trolls. Anyway, man, what else you guys got, bro? In the Discord, or on the phone line, or in the chat. What else you got, man? Brian Huggett is in the chat. He's seems a little bit angry at people talking about Marcus Smart. Well, what the F are people talking about Marcus Smart? He wouldn't have F won that game at all. You would have helped a little bit on defense, but it's not like he's throwing up 30 points. I mean, Marcus Smart's not a 30-point per game player, but he's definitely scored damn near 30 points against the Sixers in some clutch games. Also, we're missing two of our main stars. Do you have any even seen them all on the court yet? I mean, there's a lot to be discussed when they're playing together. All right. Shouldn't have answered that Bronx call. Hey, I mean, I never know where's, I have fans from or fans of another team that want to call in. So I want to answer a call from anywhere. Sometimes I get fans from another team. We'll try one more in the Discord. Please don't be a troll. Please don't be a troll. Please don't be a troll. Yo, in the Discord.
Hello.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Sorry. Hold on.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chris from Staten Island, New York.
Chris from Staten Island. What's going on, Chris?
Nothing much. Just driving back from the game because I actually went to it tonight.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Driving from New York.
Word. Did you buy the tickets before Joel Embiid was listed out?
Oh yeah, I fell in the trap.
You fell in the trap, man. So, what are your thoughts, man?
Well, first, like just from a perspective from the in arena, the fans were not it, to be honest. Like no one was really chanting defense. But honestly, the vibe was kind of dead.
From the start?
Yeah. No one was chanting defense. It was wasn't the same like Philly crowd.
You think it just got once Joel was listed out, everyone was like,
Yeah, I think a lot of
screw
people
this.
kind of lost hope. No one was really chanting.
You think a lot of people sold their tickets?
Yeah. I
Probably.
mean, it was still packed out,
Yeah.
but I felt like the vibe wasn't there. The only time they screamed was when we got our Chick-fil-A 8-piece.
Dude, I was live streaming, and in the second time they did that, when Giannis he got to the free throw line again and they were cheering again and he made the shot, I was like, dude, we're losing by 18 and these people are screaming about Chick-fil-A. I don't give a freak about Chick-fil-A, dude. You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
cancel the Chick-fil-A thing if we're losing. No more of that.
You're right. Mhm. I mean, that was the only time like we actually like had momentum.
Yeah. Yeah, they made a couple runs. They cut it late, but it seemed, the Bucks like took their foot off the gas in the fourth quarter. I didn't really see us coming back. Every time we kind of made a little bit of a comeback, they ramped it back up and crushed us.
Because there was nothing we could do to defend. That was my other point. I felt like since our backup was Andre Drummond, I don't know why they didn't play Bona, but like we were getting crushed inside.
Like, yeah, well, Drummond was starting, Drummond was starting, and then the backup center was Yabusele. Is that the lineups that were running?
Yeah, and I didn't like that. I think he's a 4, Yabusele. I don't think he should ever play the 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Then
That's how I feel. Because unless they don't feel comfortable playing Bona.
I was just gonna say, then you're in a tough situation again because I don't think Nick Nurse is gonna play a rookie second round center. Because Bona was in at the end of the game. Were you still there when Bona got in the game in the fourth?
Yeah, but like I left as soon as he got in. I actually saw McKay make his first bucket, then I left.
Word. Yeah, I think it's a tough call, man. Like it's the same thing with the point guard situation. Is it Kyle Lowry that you run next to Tyrese Maxey, or is it Jared McCain?
I mean, I think that concept works, but I think you need someone better than Kyle Lowry. And I don't think it's Marcus Smart because I don't know if you looked at him. He's not really in the best shape. I don't know if it's because he's just in Memphis, but like I feel like you could still. I mean, Drew Holiday would be the ideal point guard to be next to him. But you can't get that.
Yeah, I mean,
but
Drew.
I mean, I don't like DeJounte Murray because he's also a bit of a shot creator. Like he's good. He's a good defender. But we saw that didn't work in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if Marcus Smart maybe like
whatever happened to Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, he would be a good 6-man, but definitely not like a point guard. I think he's in Portland.
Oh, he is stuck in Portland. You're right. We thought they were gonna trade him before the season started, and they didn't.
I wanted him in Philly so bad, like off the bench.
Well, yeah. Then what? What do you think about Jared McCain? And like, I know Nick Nurse doesn't want to play a rookie, but yeah, you get stuck in a situation where Kyle Lowry's 40, and you got a rookie that has the skill set, to get it done. But you don't want to throw a rookie out there in a game opener. I mean, maybe Nick Nurse starts to play him a little bit, but I definitely
McCain. I think McCain should have been played way earlier because it was just a different face, a new face on the court, like to bring the excitement back. Because they kept playing the same rotations, it was just getting redundant at that point. Like we kept seeing Yabusele at the 5, KJ Martin or Kelly Oubre at the 4. It was just, I think just adding a bit more bench pieces
gonna
during the
need-
game would have helped.
Yeah, we're gonna need at least Paul George back to play against the best teams in the league.
Yeah, I think it was just we had a bad matchup with Brook Lopez and Giannis.
Definitely, way too much size. I mean, Lopez
And every time we would help down low, they would leave Gary Trent or
wide open three.
Teron Prince wide open.
Well, we made Taurean Prince look like Ron Harper in his pro. We made him look like Steve Kerr on the Bulls, man. We made Taurean Prince of all people. And then he had a drive and like a high floater off the glass with the shot clock. I'm like, Taurean Prince is out here killing us. What can you do?
And Gary Trent just kept doing pump fake, one dribble, bang. I mean,
Yep.
So, yeah, I think if Bona, I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's going to play Bona, but if Embiid wants to play and when he will play, Drummond's the perfect backup, and
definitely,
that's just ideal.
Absolutely,
but
brother.
We did the most we could.
Yeah, we did the most we could, man. Yeah, we did the most we could, man. I'm not mad at the Sixers at all for this game. It just, it is what it is. It would have been a nice upset, but again, it is what it is, man. You were undermanned. Thanks for the call, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Of course.
Yeah, call back anytime. Thanks for joining the Discord.
All right, I'll see you.
All right, my man. Shout out to Fat Rat in the Discord. That's actually why I was saying, please don't be a troll. Please don't be a troll. Please don't be a troll, because his name is Fat Rat. I just got 2 trolls in a row, and then I get a dude named Fat Rat, and I'm like, shit, this is gonna be a troll. Please don't be a rat. Please don't be a rat or a troll. He is Fat Rat in the Discord. But I enjoyed the conversation, and please call back anytime, man. 2 callers on the line here. Reese Renee is on the line, on the phone line. Let's see what's up. You're on the show. Reese, am I saying your name right?
Yeah, that's my last name. I'm Jackson.
Jackson. What's going on, Jackson? My son's name is Jackson. Thanks for calling in, man. What you got, bro?
Yeah. I could go on for hours about this game and what I noticed, but I just failed my math test. I got school tomorrow. I got to lock in on stuff before my season, so I'm going to keep it short. Well, first thing I noticed is Caleb Martin is probably the most impressive signing so far. Like, I know he missed a couple of bad shots, but he was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
He just provided a lot of energy, and I was super impressed with him. Also, just the overall energy that the team played with. Like last year, like when we were down by 10, everyone just like gave up. And this year, like we were boxing out all 5 on defense, which last year we were lucky if one person put a body on somebody. So it was just like refreshing to see.
Yeah, especially right when the game started, man. We were getting so many offensive rebounds and diving for loose balls, and it just looked like a level of athleticism and intensity that we hadn't seen. Kelly Oubre was really the one last year that we signed that we were like, wow, look at this, an athletic NBA player that's gonna, sprint up and down the floor and dive on the floor. And now, it feels like we got 3 or 4 of them. So it's definitely nice to see, man. It's a breath of fresh air for sure.
Yeah, no, I've seen charge attempts and people diving on floors. I hate to beat Tobias Harris's ass in the ground some more, but man, that guy did not do that. It's just crazy to see like 8 guys doing it. It's incredible.
Man,
Kelly Oubre, I felt that he was trying to do too much on offense. Now, granted, I mean, out Paul George, out Joel Embiid, so it's going to happen. And he's just a role player, unfortunately. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But it looked like when he felt like it's got to be him. And I feel like I noticed that a little bit. I don't know if that's just like the swagger he plays with. But
that's definitely the swagger that he plays with. But it's definitely the swagger that he plays with. But in a game where you're down your two of your 3 top guys and Maxey's getting double teamed, I guess he probably felt like he had to get something done too. There was a time where I was watching guys pass up some open threes and then it swung to Kelly Oubre and he shot it and I was like, that's one guy that won't pass up an open 3, Kelly Oubre. But I mean, he was trying to create out of nowhere and he's a shot creator a little bit, but he's really just a utility guy that tries to turn into a shot creator when you need him to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed. I'm not tripping about this loss. We fought. That's all you can ask for, and kept it at least in striking distance. So
I agree.
I'm looking forward to the season.
I agree, bro.
Well,
All right, man.
Playoffs.
Hey, man, sorry you failed your math test, bro. But listen, let me tell you something. The good thing is that math tests don't mean hardly anything in the grand scheme of the world and your futures. So it'll be all right, bro. Take it easy.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Shout out to Jackson on the phone line. Told me he failed his math test when he first called in. I'm like, why are we even doing math tests anymore, dude? Hey Siri, what's 100 times 100?
100 times 100 is 10,000.
See? What do we need a math test for? Siri got me, man. K Knots in NC is on the phone line. K Knots. Am I saying your name right?
Nigger.
All right. Am I really going to need someone to screen calls? Have I gotten to the point where I need someone to screen calls, man? I remember when I first started YouTube, I was just happy that somebody wanted to call the show. Now I need to get someone to screen calls because I have trolls. That's disappointing and frustrating, and now I need to figure out how to figure that out. But it is what it is, you know. I know another sports channel that has a live call-in number like this, and I don't think they have people calling in like this. Yeah. Anyway, the Sixers, they fought hard. At the end of the day, you're going against Giannis and Dame and Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez, and you got Tyrese Maxey trying to do as much as he can, and you just didn't have enough scoring punch at the end of the day. You can say what you want about the officials. You can say what you want about Giannis getting away with elbows and Maxey not getting calls. I agree with all of it. But at the end of the day, you don't have enough scoring punch when those guys are on, when Damian Lillard's on like he was, especially in the third quarter. And then, you got Pat Connaughton and Taurean Prince out here bombing away. You just didn't have enough. And the Sixers, on top of not having enough scoring punch on paper to compete with, the Celtics or the Bucks or the Knicks probably, you shot 17% from three in the first half. And so you're undermanned and then you shoot like that. What do you really expect? But yeah, listen, thank you guys for calling the show. Thank you for hanging out and listening to my thoughts. We'll be doing this after every single Sixers game all season long. So stay tuned in. Thank you for calling the show. We had some good callers. We're going to keep that going. I put your names in here so I know, as we build the list, I'll remember, who is a good caller and who's just a troll. And join the Discord to call in that way. Also, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Thank you to Game Time Ticket App and DraftKings for sponsoring the channel. We are out.